I already think that most people have the mark of the beast. And let me tell you why. The microchips. You're carrying around a phone majority of your day. Most people do everything on their phone. They're banking, they pay their bills, they contact their family members. People work off of their phones. You're already marked. It's already in your mind. Social media has almost taken place of human interaction. They didn't have to necessarily implant a chip inside of you. This phone knows everything about you. It can predict what you want to do. It can predict activities, foods, places that you'll go. The phone probably knows you better than anybody. It has all your health information. It has everything. People go to their phone before they even go to their mom for advice now. Kids go straight into Google as opposed to communicating to people around them. And with the younger generations, to the extent where they were born with the mark, it's almost not even a choice anymore.
Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in all truth and sincerity. Shalom, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. The house of David starting with 144,000, followed by the 1/3 remnant. Shalom. All right. Hey, the microchip is the only thing that's going to give Esau total control. The microchip, having people microchipped, is the only thing that's going to give Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, these elites, total control over the people. All right, so you saw this so-called black woman, all right, and Eve, saying that, well, they don't need to microchip people because people's minds are already, people are all into this AI and always on their phones, and so they already have your mind. No, but they have to get inside you. That's the whole thing. Esau wants total control. Remember, he wants to be like the Most High. So the mark of the beast is not smartphones. It's not AI. All that's a part of it, a big part of it. But that in itself is not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is the microchip. They must get that microchip in you to have total control over you, to know your thoughts, to know where you are, the money you're spending. All right? So they have to get inside you, man. That's why you've been hearing words like subdermal, under the skin surveillance, transhumanism, merging man with machine. That's all you've been hearing the past few years. Why? Because they setting up the mark of the beast. All right? So it's not your phone, The mark of the beast is going to give them the ability to track you and control you. Your phone is not, you have it in your hand, but it's not you. It's not literally in you. The mark of the beast is going to be literally inside you, man. That's the difference. So they can track your phone as of right now, but they can't track you. Your phone is not a part of you. See, once that chip is in you, it's a part of you. It's you. That's not the case with your phone. You can lose your phone. Somebody can steal your phone. You can just leave your phone home. But you ain't going to be able to do that when the chip is inside you, man. It's going to be everywhere you are because it's going to be literally in you. That's the whole thing about the mark of the beast. It's a physical mark that has to be inside you, man. So let's go get that scripture, Revelation 13. So you got this whole thing with AI and this and that. Like I said, that is a part of it, but no, the mark of the beast is a physical mark that must be inside you, man. Esau wants to penetrate you, to put it straightforward. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So let's get this word for mark, which we know is charagma, or charagma. All right, we say charagma. Strong's G5480 Charagma. All right, you see it here, Charagma. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah. You know, so it's a physical mark. You see in the Strong's a scratch or etching, i.e. stamp as a badge of servitude, a sculpture, figure, graven mark. So it's a physical mark, man. All right, it's a physical mark, and it's not a stamp or a tattoo. The mark of the beast is the microchip. That's the physical mark. That's the charagma. All right, so it's not a spiritual mark, man, as you have a lot of these false prophets say, these Israelite camps. All right, outside of Great Millstone and our affiliates. You know, it's not sin. It's not an embargo. It's not Christianity. It's not sleeping with white women. It's not John 3:16. The mark of the beast is the microchip, which is a physical mark that's going to go under your skin. All right, it's graven. When you grave a graven image, you know, we going back to the ancient world of accounts in the scriptures, you have to have like a sculpting tool to making etching, to grave something, man, to sculpt something, man. And that's what the syringe is for implanting a microchip. That needle. All right. That's that karox, man. Because the root word for charagma is karox. All right, let's see if I can get it. Yep, here we go right here. Karox. To sharpen to a point, akin through the idea of scratching. So that syringe, that sharp point at the end of that needle, that syringe, man, that's the karox. That's what they're gonna use to implant you, man. For that incision, you know, to puncture your skin, man. That's that karox. It says a pale or stake, a palisade. All right. You know, so the edge, like the edge of those the end of those fence posts those stakes that you put in the ground. That's how the syringe on the needle look for the microchip. That's the karox. So it's a physical mark, man. All right. Because to stick that in the ground, that palisade, that stake, it has to be a sharp point. And that's what you get with the microchip, the needle, the syringe. That's that karox. And we get the root word for karox is grapho, which means to write. All right. And all your records are going to be on the microchip. All your records are going to be written on there, man. You see the root word for karox is grapho. Like I said, which means to write. All right. All your records are going to be on there, man. Your medical records. You know, all of your records, man. Your criminal background or whatever. You know. So it says written to give information. And that's what that chip is going to be for. It's going to have all your information is going to be accessible on that chip. All right. So it's a physical mark, man. Let's go back. So it must go under the skin, man. See, it's not smartphones and you know, AI, all that. You know, they have to get you chipped. That's what's going to give them total control. They want total control. Remember, they have a God complex, man. Let's go get that and we'll come back to Revelation 13. Let's go to Isaiah 14. See, they want to be like the Most High Yahweh Shem Shah. They want to know where you are at all times. They want to know what you're thinking, what you're doing, how much money you're spending, exactly what you're buying, what you're spending your money on, man. Because remember, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, knows, he knows our thoughts. He knows where we are at all times. He knows what we're about to do before we do it. See, there's no free will. See, Esau want to have control over where you can go, how much money you can spend, what you can spend it on, who you can talk to, who you can be around. That's what the so-called white man wants, man. He want to be like the Most High Yahweh Shema Shah. So that's the purpose of the chip. Isaiah 14. Where is it? Yep. I'm going to go straight to the point. Isaiah 14 and 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. All right. So this is what Esau wants. And how does he think he's going to do that? The microchip. This chip will it will know your thoughts. It will have all your records on there, man. Your medical conditions. Everything will be written on that chip, man. You know? So Esau has to get inside you so he can control you. It's not just about, you know, his technology, which the microchip is, you know, his technology. When I say about his technology, meaning like his smartphones, no, he wants his technology inside of you, man. He wants to mark you as his slave, because that's what it is that we read in the Strong's. It's a badge of servitude, man. It's a physical mark, you know. So when you get that chip, you'll have that badge of servitude to the beast. You will have the mark of the beast. All right. Let's go back to Revelation 13. That's what this whole digital age is about. Getting everybody chipped. They want total control. Matter of fact, before we start back reading the scriptures, I got this article right here, man. It says, The Silent Revolution, How Wireless Body Area Networks Are Transforming Human Surveillance Under the Guise of Healthcare. And that's what the whole 2020 thing was about. That was a prelude. That was a precursor for the microchip, man. You know that C19 hokey pokey? That Maxine Waters, that's what it was about, man. Merging man with machine, the first industrial revolution, surveillance under the skin. That's what it's about. It's not just about having a smartphone, man. Because they're tracking the phone. They're not tracking you. So they want a device inside of you that will literally track you, tell where you are at all times, what you're doing, what you're thinking. All right. So everybody, the people, they got to chip the people, man. It says an investigation into the deployment of in-body monitoring systems, the COVID-19 catalyst, and the World Economic Forum's vision of hackable humans. Remember what that devil Yuval Noah Harari said? Humans are now hackable. You know, remember that? That's what it's about. The people being chipped, them getting inside you, man. That digital all. Remember when the system marks its slaves, it would give them that punch of their skin, bore them through, man. That's what the chip is gonna do. It goes on to say, we stand at an unprecedented crossroads in human history, where the boundary between our physical bodies and digital surveillance system is dissolving. Yep, transhumanism, merging man with machine. While most people focus on external privacy concerns, smartphones tracking location, social media monitoring behavior, a far more invasive infrastructure is being quietly deployed. Wireless body area networks that monitor, collect, and transmit data from inside the human body itself. This is what this whole thing is about, man. It's not about just smartphones. It goes way beyond that, way deeper than that, man. They want everybody chipped. This isn't science fiction. It's currently reality, accelerated by COVID-19 and championed by influential figures like World Economic Forum advisor Yuval Noah Harari, who openly stated that humans are now hackable animals, like I said earlier, and surveillance is going under the skin, subdermal. All right, under the skin. Sub meaning under, dermal is your skin. One of your layers of skin is called the epidermis. So subdermal is literally under the skin. This is what this whole New World Order is about, man. All right. So I'm not gonna read this whole article. I just wanted to get the point right there, man. Look, implantable devices. Surgically placed sensors that monitor heart function, detect abnormal heart rhythms, and perform various sensing functions from inside the body. The chip is going to do all those things. They're doing it as a disguise of them caring about your health, which they don't give a damn about your health, man. All right? So don't be deceived. It's not just about you having a smartphone. That's not the mark of the beast, man. You know, you can go places without your phone. Once that chip is inside you, you can't take it out. It's gonna literally be a part of you. So it's a physical mark that's gonna go under your skin. Let's go back to the scriptures. Revelation 13, and I want to get the last verse, 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. You got 666, chi psi stigma. Let's get that. And we're going to get that word for stigma, showing you that it's a physical mark that's going to go under your skin, that's going to go inside you, man. This is why you have to resist this thing, the mark of the beast, the microchip, by all means, man. You cannot take the microchip under no circumstances. I don't give a damn what it come to, man. If you got to be put to death, if you got to be beheaded, take it, man. 666, 603 scoring 6, that's 666. Chi psi stigma. Let's get this word for stigma. It's lucky my internet is a little slow. See, chi psi stigma, 603 scoring 6. All right. So 666, the number of the beast. Let's get this word for stigma. So like let's get the meaning for stigma. The word is stigma. Chi psi stigma. So let's get the meaning for stigma. Salakia about that. It says to stick, i.e. prick. Again, that's that Corox. That's that syringe. That's that needle. That's how they're going to get the chip inside you. All right. It says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. Whoo, look at the Strongs. It says to prick, stick, a mark incised or punched for recognition of ownership, figurative, Salakia, figurative, I can't even, that's a tongue twister for me, figuratively, scar of surface, mark. So, hey, it's a mark incised or punched. Another name for a syringe is an incisor. You know, tomato. So that's that syringe, man. You know. So stigma, it's a physical mark that's going to go inside you. That's that syringe. Chi psi stigma, 603 scoring 6. So that's that Corox, man. You know, so they have to get inside you, under your skin. That's what this whole thing is about. They want total control with this microchip. They'll know your thoughts, where you are at all times, how much money you're spending, what you're spending it on, your carbon emission, all that, man. So this is what the mark of the beast is about. It's not just about everybody having smartphones, man. It's about them getting inside you, branding you, having total control over you. All right? This is what it's about, man. Remember, a digital all. In the ancient world, when a slave would pledge allegiance to his master, he would get bored. The master would bore that slave through. All right, and that's what It's going to be with the microchip. They're going to incise you. They're going to give you that, get under your skin, literally. All right. Going back to, what's that, Exodus, the 21st chapter, that you shall bore him through with and all. That's what that is, man. The microchip is. All right. Because these devils, they're trying to get their birthright back. They want to be like Yahweh Shema Shah. They want to be like the Most High. Control all the people, know what everybody's thinking, what they're doing. They want you serving them, man. So this is what it's about. So Eve talking about, well, it don't matter. They don't necessarily got to chip you. Yes, they do. They got to get that chip inside you. That's their end goal. All right, that's the agenda. The whole New World Order, Fourth Industrial Revolution, this digital age, that's what it's about. Them getting inside you, them getting under your skin, literally, not figuratively, literally, under your skin, subdermal, surveillance, under the skin, total control. So that's what this thing is about, man. And that's why you get that mark, there's no salvation. You know, you're going to get that grievous sore, which we believe to be some type of cancer. All right, you may break out with boils on your skin like the apostles say, you know. All right. So, hey, it's about them controlling you, them having total control, man. The scripture saying Habakkuk, the second chapter, that he heapeth and gathered all people unto himself. How is he going to do that other than the microchip? So they have to get inside you, man. This is what this is all about. So the microchip is the mark of the beast, and it's going to go under your skin, subdermal. The mark of the beast is going to be an incision. It's going to be a prick. All right? And the only thing that makes sense is the microchip. All right? So that's that, man. So don't take it. All right? It's no salvation. Go read Revelation 14 and 9. All right? It's no salvation for taking that chip. All right? On the first go-round, if you're an Israelite, man, you're going to be destroyed. So do not take the mark of the beast, the microchip, man. These devils, they have to get under your skin. That's the only thing that's going to give them total control. I cannot stress that enough. That's why I keep repeating it. And you don't see these other camps going into that, man. But this is a critical prophecy right here, man. All right, the mark of the beast, the microchip. So do not take it, man. You know, Esau wants total control. He exalts himself above Yahweh Shema Shah. Go read that in the book of Thessalonians, man. He puts himself in the seat of the Most High Yahweh Shema Shah. That's why he wants everyone chipped, so he can know people's thoughts, control where they go, their income, how much money they spend, all that, man. That's why he wanted to do that. That's what the chip is about. It's not about just smartphones and AI, man. It's about them getting the people chipped. That's the end game, total control. I pray that this has been edifying to the elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in all truth and sincerity. Shalom, peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. The house of David started with 144,000, followed by the 1/3 remnant. Ababa Ball, Shalom.